Very busy yesterday and actually the day before as well, as teams agreed to terms with players and then made it official yesterday. But there's names, Adam, that are still on this board. And I think one of the surprises, a little bit of a surprise anyway, was the release of Tyrann Mathieu. And he is now looking for a place to play.
And listen, so you take that how you want it to me when it comes to illuminating where he just came from. And, you know, another source had said to me from the team that they tried to work out a deal. It didn't get done. But right now, he just wants to move forward and is appreciative of all the teammates who have expressed love for him, both past and present.
Who on this list, Adam? There's Austin Seferian-Jenkins. There's, I think, Sheldon Richardson. Who stands out to you, and who are you watching right now?
I think you go right to the defensive tackles right here. To me,
forget that he was Defensive Rookie of the Year when he first came into the league in 2013. Those 11.5 sacks. When he's talking about trying to agree on a valuation of where he should be getting his money right now, he's probably pointing Seattle and those teams to what he was doing before when he was with the Jets in his earlier years. And you're looking at where kind of Timmy Jernigan and guys like Kawan Short, Fletcher Cox have set that market as far as guys being able to get production on the quarterback from the interior. So I think that's where the, you know, kind of crux is right now in terms of getting a value of what he wants.
Let's go back to a name you started with, Ndamukong Suh, Adam. We started the show by...
Boy, when the Dolphins release Ndamukong Suh, I don't want him in my division. That's a sign of the concern that some opposing coaches would have of going up against him. But the Miami Dolphins did not have those concerns, which is why they sent him packing.
And let's also not forget Frank Gore is right now visiting with the Detroit Lions. He's supposed to have his physicals this morning. You almost forget how long he's been in the league, 13 years. I think he's had 1,000-yard seasons in 9 of those. And when I asked what is your secret for still being so productive, he's always talking about how he practices with the young guys. So still getting it done. The first running back that's in when you're looking at veterans that are still out there like Adrian Peterson, but a guy who's older than him getting a visit first.
And what's interesting about that to me is that the Detroit Lions had DeMarco Murray, Jonathan Stewart, who signed with the New York Giants. We have Frank Gore there today, as Josina mentioned. And LeGarrette Blount, the Eagles running back, is scheduled to visit tomorrow. We've seen LeGarrette Blount wearing Matt Patricia shirts before. We know he's a big supporter. So there's a mutual admiration between Blount and Patricia. Maybe something gets done in Detroit with LeGarrette Blount and the Lions.
You know, both of you monitor the comings and goings in this league full time. I know, Adam, you don't even sleep for that matter. But, you know, how much activity will we see over the next 48, 72 hours?
You know, I think this market was so fast moving that is in Tampa Bay. We see some of those moves right now. The rest, they could sit out there for a few days.
I mean, you know, we expect this to get done quickly, and to your point, that's not always the case.
And I just wanted to mention Austin Seferian-Jenkins on his visit right now with Jacksonville, took an 11 o'clock flight out of Seattle, got into town at 7 a.m., went straight to the facility. So he's kind of not having a lot of sleep there. And then we also have Ed Dixon, who I think is not on this board, having his visit with the Seattle Seahawks. So some movement there with the tight ends as well, Wendy.
No rest for the weary. Not for him, not for you, certainly not for you.
Yes.
Joe Thomas, by the way, calling it a